Good morning, everybody. We're starting the stream just a little bit early so people can hop on so that when we get Pastor's stream up, he can just start talking right away. So welcome to those who are watching the replay. We're going to wait just a few minutes to see who's going to jump on. And then I will show you a little intro video as we wait for Pastor to prepare for him to go live streaming. Good morning. Good morning. We are just waiting for a few people to hop on. Pastor will start his live stream at 8 a.m. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you can write them in the comments. Any prayers, you can write them in the comments, and I will see them and I can get them to Pastor Bryan. And then in just a few moments, we'll go ahead and we'll play one of the videos just to kind of explain what it is that that we are doing, why Pastor Bryan has decided, or God has told him to walk 312 miles from Gary to Cleveland, Ohio. So we will start that video in just a brief moment. So just hang in there with me. If you have any questions, like I said, go ahead and write them in the comments. I can answer them for you, or if it's something I cannot answer, Pastor Bryan certainly can answer. From what I understand, if I did the math correctly, they ended last night at about 83 miles. I know they got started earlier this morning, and we are going to hit 100 plus miles today. So yeah, so that's awesome. So what I'm going to do here real quick for us is I'm going to go ahead and share this video. Let me see. Let me get there. Hold on just a moment. All right, there we are. I'm going to turn off my sound and turn on the video sound here.
Greetings to all. I am Pastor Bryan Reeves, here to bring attention to Ascension. In 2017, Ascension opened its doors to Gary, Indiana, addressing a gap in Lutheran education. Ascension is focusing on Christ-centered, rigorous education based on self-improvement, striving to be better in body, mind, and spirit. Ascension offers full-day 5K through grade 6 in a safe and nurturing environment. Our academic standards are high, with college and career readiness as the end goal. Ascension scholars are also given faith-based instruction with Christian values at the heart. Our goal is to send well-rounded children into their futures with a deep love of Christ and a breadth of knowledge from the education they are offered here. The future is bright for our students here at Ascension. We are focused on expansion, but without functioning facilities, it will be very difficult to continue our mission here in Gary. Ascension is headed by my wife, Stephanie Reeves, who has deep roots in Lutheran education, going back to her great aunt, who was a principal of a Lutheran school in Alabama. She and I met in Cleveland, Ohio, a pivotal place where our journey in ministry embarked 15 years ago. I believe that God has planted a seed here in Gary that we, the community, need to gather around. I stand here not only talking the talk, but walking the walk. On Easter Monday, I am walking from Gary, Indiana to Cleveland, Ohio to bring attention to Ascension. That's 312 miles with the goal of raising $3,120,000. We are inviting you to be a part of this journey to bring attention to ascension. Any monetary donation, in-kind service, or prayer will move mountains here. Stay tuned. There's lots more to share.
All right, so we are on day 4 of that journey, of that 312-mile walk. For those of you who do not know, my name is Lisa Bodish. I work with Pastor Bryan at Emmanuel Richmond Park. And I also have a therapy dog, Maisie, and her and I go to Ascension on Tuesdays to read with the kids, and we absolutely love it. So I am happy to be the stream hostess for this event. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put on this little timer here, give us about 10 minutes to go ahead and get started with the stream. In the meantime, here are a few things that you can do while you are waiting. You can personally invite people. This is a great time to invite people as we get started this morning, because Pastor usually likes to say a little something once we start the stream. You can also go ahead and donate if you have not done so already at walk312.com. Also at walk312.com, you have the option to send Pastor Bryan some encouragement. If you go to the Next Steps button down in the lower right-hand corner, or in the menu, you can go to, hold on, let me see, what is it called? Get Involved. And you can hover over that and go to Send Encouragement, and it'll tell you exactly what to do there. And of course, please always keep Ascension in your prayers and this walk in your prayers. I know we were watching the stream with him yesterday, and you saw just how busy the road is. So please keep his safety in prayer, and Brian's safety in prayer, and Michael, who is driving the vehicle, in prayer as well. So give me just a few moments and we will get the stream up and running.
It's gonna be a fine day today, I can see. It's gonna be a fine day today, I can see. It's gonna be a fine day today for you and me. It's gonna be a fine day today, just wait and see. Blue skies everywhere, believe you me. It's gonna be a fine day today for you and me. Oh, now baby, I know I've done you wrong. I only meant trouble for so long. But baby, all that crazy is on the bus. And today it's gonna be a good day for us. Oh! Whoa. Now, baby, I know I've done you wrong. I only meant trouble for so long. But baby, all that crazy is on the bus. And today it's gonna be a fine day for us. 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 Fine day for us.
For those of you who are just joining, we are waiting for Pastor Bryan to confirm with me that he is ready to stream. So in the meantime, you can take one of these steps that you see here on the screen. Also, you can send in any questions, comments, or prayer requests on the in the comments, and I can pull those up just like this. And if it's a question that I can address, I will do so myself. Otherwise, I will certainly pass it along to Pastor Bryan. All right, looks like he's ready to stream, so give me just a moment.
Got my head over water for the first time in years. Got my feet across the border from a land of
All right, we're going to give this video just a second to see if it stops glitching before I have him, or I let him know that his mic is on and he's able to speak. So let's just see what happens here for a moment. Technology. So while we are waiting for the signal to kind of work itself out a little bit, let me share with you from this morning. If you have not seen it yet, Pastor Bryan has issued us a challenge. So I am going to pull this up. Hopefully, let's see here. Give me just a second. Let's see. All right. Let's pull this up. Okay. Should be able to hear this. Please let me know if you cannot. And here we go.
Good morning, family. It is day 4 of our Walk312 journey from Ascension Lutheran Christian School in Gary, Indiana to Cleveland, Ohio, St. Philip Lutheran Church. Family, I am very excited about day 4, but before we get into day 4, I'd like to begin by sharing with you from James chapter 4, verse 15. We ought to say, if the Lord will, we will live and we will do this or that. And so if it is the Lord's will, day 4 becomes very exciting because we will reach a milestone today. Today we will have walked over 100 miles by the end of today, probably closer to 110, 115, the good Lord willing. And so today, in honor of walking for our scholars and this milestone, I actually would like to issue a challenge today as you walk with us today. Would you be so kind as to consider reaching out to all of your contacts? And let's take a challenge. Let's see how many people we can get in honor of this milestone to donate $3.12. And so if we could go to walk312.com, tell all of your contacts, everyone you know, classmates, co-workers, family, relatives, people you see in the grocery store. Well, we probably shop online now, but anybody you know or have access to, let's take this challenge to celebrate in honor of crossing over 100 miles, see how many people we can get to give $3.12. God's blessings as we begin day 4. Morning, family. We are out. We are currently downtown. To give you an update. 0.1 mile. Time today is a mile. A bit like dates. Real. trucks to again text me. Thank you for every due to a challenge. Not a contact shoppers. Appreciate it as we offer five so that we are on Tuesday. There with us. We have our start time. Can contact today. Kombucha.
Okay, as you can see, we are just not having a great day again with the cloud coverage, and we're going to have to look at our network information. But what I would like to do here with you now is share a little bit of a video that Pastor Bryan and Hannah Stroh put together. Give me a second here. This is a great video that gives a little bit of information about Gary, Indiana. So here we go. Let's pull down this. One moment. All right, here we go.
Greetings. Once again, I am Pastor Bryan Reeves, thanking you for continuing to journey with us as we get attention for ascension. In our last video, I explained the impact of our family legacy, which has compelled me to walk 312 miles from where I sit in Gary, Indiana, to Cleveland, Ohio. This time, I'd like to take an opportunity to share with you about Gary, Indiana, the place where our scholars call home. Gary is a city 25 miles southeast of the city of Chicago. It is primarily an industrial city whose fortunes have risen and fallen with the steel industry. The city does have its fair share of challenges, but we are humbled and honored to have Ascension work as a channel for not only academic excellence and Christian service to the community, but as a place of stability for the families in the neighborhood. Ascension walks alongside the city of Gary's mission of renaissance, regeneration, revitalization, and resetting. It is here that we gather as many families and celebrate common goals for our children and their futures.
It's been a great pleasure to work with these families and to see these children grow spiritually and academically. I think that's the foundation for helping our city come back. and do what they can to help improve not just the culture of the city, but the beauty of the city.
I got the chance working here and to see how much love the teachers and administration puts into teaching these students. I've also been trying to find schools in the area that give the quality of education I was given here growing up. And because of the way the school systems have moved around and populations have changed, that proved the challenge. Ascension has answered that challenge for me. It provides hope. To provide hope is, it's a shining light. I've been in Gary most of my life. I love it here. I think we have just some of the nicest people in the world. It's a city, but we are definitely a small town. Everyone knows everyone. The city itself has so much potential. We are set in such a prime location in terms of highways and transportation, train hubs, the lake, the national park, along with the beaches. There's just this beauty to the city that I absolutely love. The city's going to continue growing and changing over time. And I'm excited for whatever part I might play into that. I'm also excited for whatever part Ascension plays into that.
We have already seen the community rally at Ascension in many beautiful ways. A local congregation has supported our scholars by providing hot water, the necessary equipment to offer hot lunches, as well as the installation of a new playground. By word of mouth, we continue to see God's grace cover Ascension, from additional lighting, volunteers updating the library, and helping with arts and crafts. While we celebrate the success that Ascension has seen, along with its highest enrollment numbers to date, we are still in need of proper undergirding to allow the school to become a beacon of light to glorify God. It will be in our next video that we highlight the goals that we have to get attention for Ascension. Until next time, God's blessings.
All right, I just spoke with Pastor on the phone. What I thought did happen, our little Wi-Fi box is out, so we are actually going to switch over to his phone. So give me just a few moments to go and work that out with him, and we will be on, and he will speak to us in just a moment. So please just hold on just a second.
Things are moving along and I'm picking up speed. I'm singing my own songs and making ends meet. But good enough ain't good nor enough. When going for gold and things can get rough. What lies beyond the horizon? Let's go find out. Feeling free, free to live my life, free to roll the dice, free to go left or right. I wanna feel free, whatever I choose, free to stay or just cause, free to sing, free to dance, free to give it to us.
We're back. So we were downtown Napanee. We had the luxury of having some sidewalk. We have lost that luxury and we're back on the shoulder. But very grateful in this moment to have a much wider shoulder. I'm going to take a step over just so that you can see how much shoulder we have. Hopefully you got to see that. So here's where we are. Here's the shoulder. And so I think we left off with almonds. So you have some almonds and raisins. And you really, today becomes one of those days where you really have to pack your mental and physical fortitude, toughness, and really stay focused on the journey ahead. And understand that delayed gratification is a reality. After we finish our 27, 28, 29, 30 miles today, there will be an opportunity to break bread and have some fellowship. But in the moment, you have to rely on the resources and the provision, the daily bread that God has given in this moment, which, as I shared, becomes peanut butter crackers, protein bars, almonds and raisins. We have a lot of time of getting to know each other. And by that, I don't necessarily always mean conversation. You got to know and be able to respect when, although we're walking together, there are times where you need to fall back or walk ahead just to have your own thoughts, your own conversation with yourself, and respect each other's space and boundary. And since the time when to come back together and have conversation and have some fellowship. And so it's really nice, just really, even without verbally communicating that, being able to recognize those moments and sharing that. So that really is the day in the life. And then after we stop for the day, we'll mark off again where we stopped. We will play hide and go seek with somewhere to stay. And we'll play the same game with somewhere to eat. And so we continue on this journey to raise attention for Ascension for the scholars and staff there. And really just really enjoy walking 312 miles from Gary, Indiana to Cleveland, Ohio. What has been overwhelming is how awesome people are. I understand that when you turn on the news, we hear a lot of what we shouldn't do and what's going on. But in this journey so far, in 3 days, now 4, just how kind-hearted people are, and just meeting people from all walks of life and realizing that we're all sharing in that same common experience of trying to figure out how to make the most of this moment. How to not just count a day, but make a day count. And if we are willing to just peel back all of those layers and see each other in God's light, that we are all God's children, the day becomes a much more enjoyable place to be. And so today, as we walk, as I shared with you earlier, walk celebrating crossing that 100-mile milestone, but walking each step with those scholars in mind, with the staff in mind at Ascension. And so with that, I just want to bring before you the challenge once again in honor of walking 100 miles. Today's challenge, if you'd be willing to share with your contacts, anybody you know, here's the challenge. To celebrate 100 miles, we're asking you to give $3.12. We're trying to get as many people as we possibly can to give $3.12 in honor of us crossing that 100-mile mark today on our journey to get attention for Ascension. I do ask, if there are any questions that you all have along the journey, please get those in. I would love to be able to ask and address some of those questions. I will give you a quick second just to say good morning to Bryan, because he's on the journey as well.
Morning.
So I will let you hear the sights and sounds for a few more moments, and I'll check back to see if there were any questions, and then I will come back to you all a little later. And so God's blessings. Thanks for being a part of this Walk312 journey. God's blessings to all of you.
I look down for you.
Okay, so we're just going to listen in for a few minutes just to kind of walk with him. And then I will take you through some stuff on the web.
Always uncertain for a long lost piece of home. Found you. No matter what comes, no night can last forever. No storm.
That hunk was from Mike to let us know he's moving on ahead to our next checkpoint.
No matter what high on the mountain, blinded by the rain, so tired.
Okay, so it looks like he might be having some internet issues with his phone as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up, hopefully you can see this. Let me get off all the branding so that's not confusing. But what I'd like to do is kind of show you some of the things that you can do on the Walk312 website. So here you go. There's plenty of places that you can donate. We wanted to make that very accessible for people who just wanted to hop on, donate, and hop off. But we do have a lot of other great things, plenty of information about the walk, about Pastor. This one is my favorite. I love, love, love this. First of all, how cute are they? But this story about how the walk came to be is just amazing. So if you're interested in checking it out, go to About, and then you're going to go to About Pastor. But yes, if you just click on About, you'll get all the informational videos so you can share with people as you are inviting them into the $3.12 challenge. You can share a video with them. All of these are 100% shareable, so please do that. You can also see how we are doing in the goals. I still need to update that. I've done really bad just trying to get things going, where you can watch live on Facebook or YouTube. But what I want to talk with you about is, hold on, let's get back to home. And it's not popping up at the moment. That's okay. We're going to go, you can click on Get Involved. And this stuff will come up also in the lower right-hand corner of both your cell phone and the website. You will find a little button that says Next Steps. So, sorry, Pastor is texting me. So, Next Steps is where you can go to give online. Also, this is the one that I want to feature today is Pray With Us. We have a wonderful prayer hub that has been created, and we'd really like to invite you to take part in that. So you can get started here, and you can just view the prayers that have been submitted. That requires you to sign in. And once you create a sign in for this, it works across giving and all that kind of stuff too. Or you can just simply start a prayer request. So we're just going to start a prayer request, and we're going to pray for the safety of Brian and Brian. There we go. Hit continue. So if you do the prayer wall, then it's available to everybody, or just the prayer team. It just goes to me and Pastor Bryan. So we're going to do on the prayer wall and just a little information. Your email, this is pretty much all your sign-in stuff. It actually, there you go. Would you like us to follow up? Yes. Or no thanks. We'll just say yes and submit. And you're done, and then it shows up on our prayer wall. So that's it for that. Let me get back to our main page here. So again, Pastor Bryan has issued a challenge to us, a $3.12 challenge. The challenge is to contact as many people as you possibly can. Everybody on all your social medias, people in your contacts on your phone, your contacts on email that you send all those funny forwards to. Go ahead and tell them all about Attention for Ascension and the 312-mile walk that Pastor Bryan is doing. Share one of the videos that you can find, as I showed you, on walk312.com. Share all of the information you can, and just ask them if they could donate $3.12 on walk312.com. We want to see just how many people we can get to donate $3.12 today to celebrate the landmark of walking 100 miles. So just a quick recap before I hop off. We are on day 4 of our 312-mile challenge. I spoke with Pastor Bryan this morning, asked them how they are doing physically, especially, but also emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and the whole team is doing wonderful. So we praise God for that. And yesterday, I think they ended just a little over 83 miles, and today they plan to hit 100 plus miles. They figure probably about they'll get about 115 miles in by the end of this. They've been walking about 27 to 29 miles a day. It just depends on the weather and the traffic, and where they can stay for the night. So thank you so much. Please go ahead and share, and let's get this challenge started. God's blessings to all of you. We are going to try again at 10 a.m. And hopefully by then we've been able to switch out to a different box for our internet reception, and things should be much better. So join us again at 10 a.m. We will also stream, this is important, we will stream at 2:10 p.m. And I'm sorry, all of these times are Central, so that would be 3:10 Eastern, 2:10 Central. We are moving our prayer time because they are still walking at that time. Yesterday, they were done walking by the time it was time for prayer. And because he has moved into Eastern time, we're just going to go ahead and shift so he continues in what God has called him to do, to pray at 3:12 every day. So those of us on Central Time, we are moving to 2:10 so we can do prayer together at 2:12 Central. And Eastern, if you guys have been praying at 3:12, then nothing changes for you. If you've been joining us the last few days, we've been at 4:12 Eastern, but we are moving down to 3:12. So all right, we'll see you back 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. God's blessings, and have a great day.